This is Anthony from VR Roundtable, and I am about to play the Resident Evil 7 teaser beginning hour demo for PlayStation VR. And this game is about to release in like a day or so. It's going to be out in like one day. So the full game is what people really want to see, but oh well. I'm just playing the demo right now. Okay, so right now I am in the world of Resident Evil 7, and it's telling me to walk with the left stick. So let me go ahead and do that. I can go forward, I can go back, I can go left, I can go right. Now, what I've noticed is if I only go forward, I will not get motion sickness. Now, the R stick is to look around, and I have it set to do these clicks where it changes your view like that. It seems to work fine for me. But what I do is, like, let's say I want to go over to that lamp right there. I'll switch my view like this, and I will just go straight. Okay, and then let's say I want to go over to that TV. Switch my view, and I just push straight. And then if I do it like this, I typically do not get any kind of nausea. So I like playing games where they really put you in the world. I want to be standing up, just like I'm playing it on a HTC Vive, where you're standing up and you have room scale. I know PSVR doesn't allow for room scale, but what it does allow, you can stand up and you can turn completely behind yourself and you can look at this world in 360 degrees. And that is really cool because Sony, they were smart enough to put the lights on the headset so that even if you're turning your head, it knows where the headset is basically going to. Now, I put my hand up here and it started to wobble, and that is a problem. So you don't want to block your lights. That is one of their downsides. You know, I've noticed in this Resident Evil 7 demo that there are like electrical wires that are all over the damn place. I don't know if that will have any bearing. Like, look, here's some wire coming over here. There's a lot of wires and stuff all over the damn place. But look at this. Look at the graphics that Capcom put into this game. I mean, look at this dilapidated house. It looks like a house that was built maybe in the 30s or the 40s. And it's basically gone to shit. Everything is everywhere. The hardwood floors are scratched to hell. There's little pieces of rubble all over the damn place. You got this, you got the wallpaper just peeling right off the wall. And that wallpaper looks like it's right there. I mean, I feel like I can reach out and grab it. Now, unfortunately, PlayStation VR, we don't have gloves or anything, but if we did, I feel like some of these things look so... Like this cord right here for this fan, I feel like I can grab that cord and turn this fan on, or, you know, grab that light switch and turn the light switch on. I really feel like I can do that, but I don't have any hand presence. So that's just the way they decided to do it. So what I'm doing right now is I'm actually kind of doing a secret. Normally you would do a whole different segment of things before doing this, but you end up finding out later that basically you have to start the demo and immediately find this secret door, go inside this little room here. Oh, look at that. Did you see those roaches? That was some nastiness. You go inside this room here, and on this little table over here is a fuse. You pick up the fuse. It goes into your inventory. Press triangle to check inventory, and there's the fuse right there. So using a fuse box to restore power. And I need to duck again and get through this little door. Now see, if everybody played the game standing up, you wouldn't actually need to hit a duck button. You would just duck physically. But Capcom doesn't imagine that many people are going to play this standing up. In fact, they probably think it'll be a minority of people that play it standing up, which is a damn shame, because if you really want immersion, standing up is so much better. I feel like I am in this house, I am standing up, and that fuse box is right there. You know, if I'm sitting down in a chair, it would You hear those noises and you're like, oh shit, what is it? Is somebody going to come through that door? Oh my God, it's a monster. It's going to kill me. Somebody's doing some drugs, it appears. Possibly. A lot of hypodermic needles in the house. But if the game's premise was that you're in a wheelchair, then it would make sense to sit down and play the game from a first-person perspective as somebody sitting in a wheelchair. But if the game's premise is that you are walking around inside this world, why not stand up? I like the fact that when you open the door, your hand comes out and pushes it. It's kind of a nice touch. But yeah, so I mean, I'm in this hallway here, and I'm looking at this door, but if I turn around and I look over my shoulder, I see that room back there, and that room looks quite real to me. I mean, I really feel like I can turn around and just walk through this hallway. It all feels like it's actually here, which takes this game to a whole other level in terms of the kind of horror that it can bring to the table when you feel like you're actually in the place where the horror is happening. You know, look at those weird things floating around. I mean, these little things that are floating right here, I definitely feel like I can touch these little voodoo doll guys. Seems like every creepy game nowadays has to have these weird pictures on the wall of like nondescript environmental type scenes of like an ocean or something like that. We saw it in PT. Everybody played the PT demo. In fact, this game, Resident Evil 7, it's pretty obvious that they learned something. Sounded like somebody was upstairs. It's pretty obvious. Dummy finger. Don't know what this is used for. It's pretty obvious, though, that Capcom learned something from that PT demo that everybody was raving about, because this game feels a lot like PT. Just this house that you're in and kind of the environment is very similar to PT in a lot of ways. So I think anybody that was really into PT is probably going to enjoy this as well. So I'm in this kitchen now, and one of the really cool things about this kitchen is the sunlight that is peeking in through these windows. You know, it's a certain time of day where the sunlight is kind of barely coming in. Not a lot of sunlight, but just enough to illuminate the room to a degree. And just looks really cool when you're... I mean, if you play this on a regular TV screen or monitor, it does not have this impact. You wouldn't care seeing the sunlight. Who gives a damn? But something about VR, when you see it coming in, it just adds that extra little flavor. God, look at this pan. Somebody didn't clean out the bacon grease. Okay, so I don't really want to be over here. I need to go upstairs. So let's head back upstairs. I just wanted to show you guys the nice, beautiful sunlight peeking through the windows. But I got to go up here to this creepy upstairs spot. Now, had I not... Okay, somebody's up in the attic. Had I not got the fuse and put it in the fuse box, this button right here, instead of being green, it would be red, and I wouldn't be able to use it. But it's green, and I can activate it, so I'm going to go ahead and hit this button here. And so it's lowering this this stairway so that I can get up into the attic. So yeah, if you're in a creepy house and everything is very scary, what do you want to do? You want to go up into the attic where it's even more scary. Why not? Makes perfect sense. Okay, but the nice thing is somebody left a light on for you. I mean, how nice of them. And once again, here we see these electrical wires that are all over the damn place. Wonder if these electrical wires will have some kind of bearing in the game at some point. Like you'll use it to follow something, or I don't know. But there's this lamp on the floor. When you're in a dark place like this, oh, look at how 3D this wire really looks 3D. But when you're in a dark place like this, if you see light, you're going to automatically be drawn to the light, almost like a moth to a flame, because when you're in the darkness, you kind of want to know what's going on. And if you can get over by the light, you can kind of see what the hell is going on. So there's a table right here. Nothing on it. Oh, look at that. So there's some light over here. So it kind of leads me this way. Look at these support wood beams that are all jacked up. But yeah, you know, so I'm going to come over here and I'm going to look around at this world. Now, some people might say, well, the graphics look kind of lame. The graphics look lame and incredible. And that's hard to say. I mean, what does that mean? How could they look lame and incredible? Well, it's kind of tough to say, but basically when you're in this world, sometimes these graphics really look incredible, and then sometimes they look lame. So, but for the most part, it looks damn good when you're inside this world. Now, I'm sure you guys watching this on YouTube, it's going to look pretty lame from the resolution and kind of pixely. If there's any real negative I could say about it is a lot of PlayStation VR games, because of the lower resolution, they do kind of have this Vaseline type look, almost like you got a clean screen and then somebody kind of smears a little bit of Vaseline over it. That's kind of how it looks with some of these PSVR games. So if you want to talk smack, I guess that's what you can talk smack about. But looks pretty damn good to me. I don't really have a problem with it. I think the graphics are great. I think the detail, I mean, look at these shoes. That shoe looks like it's, you know, a human-sized shoe. The proportions of stuff are pretty good for me standing up and being inside this place. So let's check this phone out. It's cool how you see your arm go down, and the audio is quite good as well. It makes it really sound like that phone's being put up to your left ear. Here's a picture. Looks like a helicopter. But you can kind of move these objects around in any direction. Oh, there's some writing on the back of this, and it says, "Are they watching us from that helicopter?" Probably, right? The black helicopters. It's like a UFO thing almost. There's always black helicopters around when anything weird happens. So one cool thing they do too is you have this light coming in, right? You can see the light coming in from that window and heading over in that direction. And all where the light is coming in, there's these little specks that are floating around. And it looks like dust in a dusty attic. You know, all the dust that would be floating around in the air. Looks pretty cool, although I will say that it probably would be a lot more dusty than this. There probably would be way more of these little particles floating around. Oh, there's some ammo down there. Handgun ammo. I haven't got a handgun yet. I've gotten some handgun ammo, but haven't got the handgun. Look at this bed. I mean, I can climb in there and I can grab that pillow, but it looks kind of dirty. It's got some stains on it. I don't know, man. Comforter hasn't been washed recently. Basement key. Now, there's a giant key. Okay, I will say that that key looks like half as big as my hand. So the perspective of that is a little bit off, although they might do that specifically because they want it to be easy for you to see it. So these ladies are looking over here by that garbage can. It might have been to kind of lead me to the handgun ammo. Here's a little faucet. If you can interact with something, there would be an X by it for interaction. So obviously, and once again, somebody very nice enough to leave the light on for us. What's that hotel commercial? We'll leave the light on for you. I'm Art Modell. I'm Art Bodell. Somebody like that. I'm Tom Bodell, and I'll leave the light on for you. Somebody left the light on for us. But so I got the basement key now, so it's time to hit the basement because that's where shit gets real, as the youngsters like to say. So we're gonna head down these stairs. Lots of little tiny details everywhere. I mean, they really make it look like this house has seen 80 years of drama, you know. And of course, you got the old grandma style clock. Once again, we have our electrical wires kind of going anywhere and everywhere, or some kind of wiring. Whoever lived here really wanted cable in every single room. But the basement is this way. So we go through this door and we're heading down this hallway. Now this is a pretty big house. It's a pretty big freaking house. I mean, it wraps around all over the place. These people were not hurting for money because they got some serious square footage up in here. And I'm sure we're only seeing a tiny little bit of this in this little demo. Blank notebook. I know I'm supposed to take that. And then I'm supposed to recheck it later, I think. Okay, so here's some handgun ammo. We'll snag that. Not sure what these pictures are of. They're kind of jacked up. Okay, somebody put a lot of bars on this house. Guess that did not sound too good. Oh, look at these. Look at these papers on the ground that are rustling and blowing. So there's obviously like a cool draft coming from that basement. And look at that rickety cage. Kind of reminds me a little bit of like Silence of the Lambs or something. That house in Silence of the Lambs, you know, where the guy had the night vision. Okay, so this drape that's blowing in the wind appears to really be right there. But let's open this door up. So we select our basement key. Bada boom, bada bing. And we can push open this gate. And once again, we're in a scary, scary residence. And we're going to go into a basement that looks like it's a torture facility. Makes a lot of sense. Why not? Let's go into the basement where it looks like lots of people have died over the years. Okay, so I got a door right there, but you know what? I'm not going in the door right now. You know why? Because I'm going to grab this here light pick, and we will come right back to the basement in a minute. But I need to get something real quick. It would be nice if this game did have the ability to run. And I'm not talking about like an all-out sprint. I'm more talking like a very light jog, like a very slow jog. Because sometimes when you're trying to walk from one side of this house to the other, it does take a wee bit of time. But the lighting is cool in this game. This looks way brighter over here than that other place. You know, so the lighting gets bright, it gets dark in certain areas. It adds some extra juice to it. There is some shimmering. Like if I look at that drape over there by that window, it's got a lot of like Eliasine and shimmering, and you know, a lot of these things, if you look around, you can see some shimmering and stuff. If you want to pick the holes and everything. Some people just can't enjoy anything. They got to pick every little flaw. I noticed the flaws. I mean, the flaws are there, but look at these flies buzzing around over this nasty food. That's pretty cool. But what I'm headed for is this drawer over here. This drawer is open, and this drawer is locked, but I have a lockpick. So I open it, and there is a nice axe. So R2 to attack. So I can swipe across myself. I basically have a hand down there that's holding this axe, and I can chop across myself to attack anything that wants to mess with me. And you know what? This is why I had to grab this axe, because I feel a hell of a lot better with an axe in my hand. At least I have something to defend myself with. So let's go back to the basement now, and we'll open that door, and we'll see what's behind door number 3. But at least we'll have an axe in our hand. The first time I went behind door number 3, I didn't have anything. I got my ass handed to me. So let's try it this time with an axe and see if it's a little bit better. Okay, so I'm going to... We're going to go this way. And see, I typically just move straight. It helps me with the nausea, but I do like standing up. And you could even go like this and kind of walk your feet back and forth. If you do get a little bit of nausea, you can kind of go like walk in place almost, and it'll actually put you in that world. Okay, so I hear something in there. Does not sound good at all. But, you know, what am I going to do? I got to open this door, right? I'm just seeing if there's anything else in this room I might have missed. Got the lockpick. You can't really get back there. Of course, you got your nice water heater, and everybody has one of those yellow stickers on their water heater. We all know about that. Okay, let's go in here. Oh, okay. Actually, this is not the room that I was scared of. I've been in here before. Okay, but we have these bodies. Oh, there's some nastiness dripping on the ground. We have these bodies that are hanging up, and they're kind of moving around like something's still alive inside of it, which is not exciting. And then we see, okay, what I didn't notice last time, okay, it's saying X. I can kick this thing. But it doesn't really do anything. I can smack it with my axe. Again, doesn't really do anything. Now over here, there is a valve handle. And I actually can use this because I know that there's a bathroom. So let's go up to the bathroom. Oh, shit. Uh-oh. Okay, I'm going to use this axe. I'm going to use this axe as much as I can against this nasty-ass monster. How many axe hits does it take to kill one gigantic, crazy beast? I mean, I am jacking this fool up, but he will not die. Aw, man, you are dead. You are dead. Well, that didn't last too long. Let's see. So anyway, guys, that is Resident Evil 7 Beginning Hour. And I just wanted to do a quick little demonstration of playing the game standing up and getting that immersion. And we'll see you guys next time. Take it easy.